I'm Aden Matthews.
And I'm Zach Snyder.
And welcome back to another YouTube podcast, the one-stop shop for anything and everything related to YouTube.
The show where we record at 6:52 a.m.
What?
Wow.
5:52 over here,
Yeah.
Not even bright out yet.
Mighty quirky. You've been up for a couple hours. I'm going to be going to bed soon. So
Polar opposites yet again.
You gotta
different points.
Gotta love it. Yeah, you sent me a message about some DaVinci Resolve shit, and I was like, yo, we can record now if you're down, because I'm gonna have a busy next couple of days. So I just want to make sure we got this recorded, because we've been on it this year, like every Sunday.
And, yeah, this week in particular is in an interesting spot too, because we recorded the past two episodes and the one that comes after this in one session.
Mm-hmm.
So we have all those like recorded and done, because when we were doing them, we had two topics and only 1 week on YouTube. So it didn't make sense to try to like come up with another one since nothing had changed. So we were like, all right, well, we'll come back and do the week on YouTube later. And this is now later after the past two have come out. So we're filling in the gap. We're getting everything to come together. This episode will probably be a little bit more modern, and the one that comes out next week, you can tell was recorded 2 or 3 weeks ago. So we're just letting y'all know.
Yeah.
Just letting y'all know.
But the good thing about this episode, the reason we wanted to come back and record this later instead of just having a topic for it, is because we hit that epic number, episode 69.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Well, it was I remember, I'm like, yo, Zach, what is this episode number? And they're like, 69. I'm like, damn, we didn't even mention it. And they were like, well, wait a minute, we have to record your week on YouTube, so then we can actually have it, episode 69.
Actually mention it.
You were so happy about it.
So excited.
All right, you know what that means. We got to tell us your favorite 69 story.
Yeah.
To commemorate the occasion.
Exactly. Leave it in the comments. Email us. All that good stuff.
Can't promise we'll read that email out loud, but
probably not.
Just know that me and Zach in confidence read it detail for detail.
I have played the new Honey Pop 2 since the last episode. That's really 69 worthy.
I agree.
So that's cool.
Epic.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I don't really want to talk
Speaking
about
of 69s, though, let me talk to you about the 69 of YouTube content. Our sponsor today, the Awesome Creator Academy with the YouTube Starter Kit. If you're getting started on YouTube and have a little bit of money to throw around, why not check out the YouTube Starter Kit? For $99, you get over $1,500 of value and dozens of downloads from templates for advanced YouTube thumbnails, channel artwork, end cards, lower thirds, royalty-free background music, fonts, and more. Pay one price and have unlimited access to future downloads as they come out. Check out the link in the description in the show notes, and in doing so, you'll be supporting another YouTube podcast.
But of course, if you don't have the epic $100, you still want to support this podcast, you can become a supporter on Anchor at anchor.fm/another-youtube-podcast. You can decide to support us financially at $1, $5, or $10 a month. We'll read your name on the podcast. While we plan to do this podcast for a really long time, the more financial support we have, the easier it will be for us to maintain that consistent big boy schedule.
God bless. Thank you to the sponsor, as always.
Thanks, Roberto. Don't kill me.
Very. I don't know. I like that one.
I bet you do.
I'm a fan of that segue.
I bet you do. It was a pretty awful one, honestly.
Well, we didn't have anything else. I'm like, well, now's my chance. I'm gonna just go ahead and shoot one in the dark. See what happens.
Yeah, fair enough.
But what are we talking about today? We got a busy, packed episode.
Yeah, we got a crazy little docket right here. We got Your Week on YouTube trademark, as always. Fun. We're gonna talk briefly in a second about the YouTube clips, which will go hand in hand with the last episode, YouTube Shorts. And then we're going to read some comments. So
Yeah. Still should be relatively short, so you don't have a lot of things to say, but a
sure.
little bit different. A little bit different and stuff.
Heck yeah. So I'll go ahead and let you introduce the YouTube clip since you found a video and everything about it, and I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on it.
All right. So, YouTube, right? Very epic platform that it was, talking about their new short feature, their kind of competitor to TikTok, and we all made some thoughts about it and everything like that. But, interestingly enough, via a little tweet, if you will, one of the YouTube gaming guys was like, "Oh, hey, by the way, we're just gonna do clips now too." And I'm like, "What? You're kidding me?" And they're like, "No, we're just gonna straight up actually do clips." And then to add on to that, we got a little support post, which I was looking for. Is that it? Oh. It's that one. Okay, you found it. Yeah. Cool. Which basically outlines how the feature will work. So just taken for what it is, without even really digging into it at all, like, YouTube gaming should have had clips a while back, in my opinion. That's like the one shareable aspect of a live stream, because nobody is going to sit down and watch a 4-hour VOD, but you're more likely to catch a clip or a best moment, and clips on Twitch were kind of the content that was shared around more than actual live streams. If you caught the live stream live, that's cool. Anytime after the fact, clips were the way to go, because you could share them on Twitter and everything else. So YouTube gaming, adding that to itself, kind of already bolsters that live streaming community a good bit. It's sort of playing catch up with Twitch on a lot of different features. But what was cool about it is that clips on YouTube are way better than clips on Twitch ever were. For starters, pretty much in any video, you'll see like a little scissor icon. And if you click on it, you can select the portion you want for a clip, 5, 60 seconds, etc. And then once you make that clip, it just spits out a little link, and you can send it to wherever you want to, like on your Twitters and wherever you're sharing it to. And interestingly, if you click on that link to watch said clip, it'll play the clip, but then the viewer can also have the option to continue watching that video where the clip came from. So say you're watching a 5 to 10 second clip of Aden being a little goofster, and you're like, "Oh, this is funny. I like this. I want to watch the rest of the video." Click the little X. You're watching the rest of the video right then and there. So you're getting the watch time you want. You're getting people invested in your content. And presumably, combined with YouTube Shorts algorithmically, they should get a lot of traction. So I'm excited about this. I think this is a great addition.
I think it's really cool too, and I do want everybody to understand that this is still in like an alpha beta type situation right now, so it's not public on everything yet. But I will leave that Google support thread in the description, because you can find out more about it on their like very specific page. Plus you can, there's like a video that you can just like test on it, so you can see exactly how it works. But theoretically, this is going to be like public on everybody's channel, like by the end of the year at the least. So yeah, it'll be cool. Like I mentioned it before, and I still think like YouTube has a big chance to get a lot of that streaming audience because of all the fuck ups Twitch has been doing over the last couple of years. I agree. So it's like this is a big thing in terms of
especially because unlike shorts too, this is not creating a separate video on your channel. Mm-hmm. All it's doing is giving you the link. So you can clip as many things as you want. Your homepage is not going to be bloated. You spread it around, and you're getting a view on your video from it, presumably. Mm-hmm. Even if you're only watching the 19 to 20 second clip, you're still probably getting that view. And then being able to, share that around and put it on other things is interesting. And I'm sure there'll be like YouTube downloaders where you can download just the clip stuff itself and then be able to render it from there. There's still a lot of questions, obviously, of how it's going to be implemented, how you'll be able to find clips on YouTube itself. Like, will it get its own category? Will you have to search them? Do you have to be brought on the outside coming in? How does YouTube plan on supporting a feature like this? I don't know. They haven't had exactly a great track record with stuff like this before. But presumably, given how much they're putting into live streaming and stuff, this was a big piece missing. And they caught up on a lot of ground here, honestly.
Oh, for sure. It's very clear that YouTube is trying to take the big things from other platforms that work really well. You know, there's the stories aspect that everybody is taking from Instagram. We got the YouTube Shorts, which is very similar to TikTok. And now we've got these clips, which is similar to Twitch clips. So it's crazy that, like, you know, this isn't exactly new innovation. It's just that, you know, for so long, YouTube was just, I make video, I upload video, I watch video. Now it's, I mean, you can post on your community threads. You've got these clips, you got the shorts. There's so many different live streams. Is so many different aspects to it that it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube in a couple months added a YouTube podcast specific thing.
Well, that'd be cool.
You know, it's taken the term YouTuber and expanding it to a lot of other possibilities, which I like because I don't like just calling myself a YouTuber, you know? It's cool to...
And it means that, like, theoretically, if all this stuff was fleshed out, you could just probably stay on YouTube and share on a couple of things. You're not having to make content specific for those platforms, which I still would recommend doing for now.
Same.
Just because, again, very early. But the last thing I'll say about the whole clips thing is what you kind of said about YouTube Shorts. If this was kind of a big push for short form content, I think clips adds on to that piece of the pie a little bit more. And now, like, more than ever, it's like, hey, you know, we talked about, like, really short form video on TikTok and Instagram last year. That again this year, for sure.
For sure. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how all this plays out, especially when it comes to, like, algorithmic wise, like what of this stuff really helps your channel, what if it can hurt your channel. There's a lot of these different, you know, things that could happen, and it's going to be dependent on your particular type of content that you make. But I see it all as a net positive.
I do too.
I did want to briefly mention the you know, the sneak peek clips videos on the Creator Insider channel, which is like YouTube's inside creator channel, and it just still baffles me how awful these thumbnails are.
Yeah, I get recommended them in the little YouTube Studio, like, sidebar when you log in.
Yeah,
it's like, here's a new Creator Insider video, and it's like, oh my god, like,
it's like horrendous. Honestly, they're not good.
Like, look at this one.
Yeah, that was the one that that was the one.
We got red on white. We got a yellow outline. Got a pose. The tiny, you can't even read that shit. Creator Insider for on the page. It's a mess.
Yeah, I was subbed to this channel from the very beginning, and then kept going for about, like, 2 years, and I would watch videos that would come out every once in a while, but I'm no longer subbed to it just because I don't care about YouTube news every week.
Yeah,
you know, we have a YouTube related podcast, but the older I get, the less I care about YouTube news personally.
Because a lot of the time it's like, YouTube announces a thing and it's like, oh, we updated our guidelines, or hey, now we can put ad on this video. Very rarely is it like we're adding something new, which is why in the past it's been hard to talk about specific new stuff, because it's like, is this really interesting? I don't know, man. This is interesting. Clips are interesting. Shorts are interesting.
Exactly. Completely agree. Yeah,
but Creator Insider, they gotta take whatever they can get and just make a video about it, whether it's exciting or not.
Man. Cool.
For sure.
YouTube news in the books, done. Love to see it. Well, Aden, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How is your week on YouTube trademark?
I don't know if it's my turn. I think I've gone first last couple episodes.
Wow.
I mean, I can go, but
I mean, you don't ruin the segue, so it's fine.
the pattern we've established is kind of.
I mean, I can go first. I just figured perfect segue, but it's fine. It's fine. Who cares? Who cares? Another YouTube anarchy podcast here. What's up?
There are
Zach?
no rules.
So what did I do over the last, I guess, couple of weeks? So I should just say from the very beginning, I still have not put on a YouTube video this year, so that's cool. I'm a little salty about it, to be honest. I really have been itching to work on my own content, and then I just don't be having time. But whatever. I have been doing the client work. Client work's been going really well. The Pat Flynn Pokemon channel that I started working on, we are at over 10,000 subs now.
Hey,
so
nice.
That's cool. That's really crazy. None of us expected it to grow as fast as it has been. But
every time I watch another one of those new videos that you send me, I always go to the comments immediately, and every time the motherfucker will be like, the editing on this is really good, and it's hearted and shit. I'm like, dude, this is sweet. This is so sweet.
It's insane. I've seen hundreds of comments talking about how good the editing is, and Pat is very open that he's got people helping him, which is really cool. He's been sending little messages to the other guy that I work with, Dan, this guy's a genius, and we really needed this guy for these edits and that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. It's been a fun project to work on too. It's a lot of work. And hopefully we're gonna get on a better schedule, and he'll make a few shorter videos so we can get more stuff going regularly. But I'm really happy with how it's turning out. And he's got this big live stream giveaway thing going on this weekend, and you know how giveaways and Pokemon works, so it's gonna only probably blow it up even more.
Been down that road.
But yeah. So it should be cool. I've been working with some other channels trying to get their stuff going, which has been cool. And that's been the bulk of everything. I'm trying to think. The Come Up, my podcast came back.
Yay!
I did. Finally. I am doing my personal podcast. Back in the swing of that, which is really cool. I think I got 2 new episodes out at this point now. One where I talk about just my return, what I've been up to, and then the other one I talk about my history with Pokemon and how I've gotten into the cards and shit too, as I've been editing for this channel, and then the current GameStop stock debacle. Well, that's current now, but it's talking about getting into stocks and all that shit. So that's pretty cool. And then I got a January movie wrap up. All the movies I watched. I did little mini reviews for that. So that'll come out next Monday. Or I guess this Monday after this episode of this podcast goes out. So that'll be cool.
Cool.
I think.
Don't forget Simpin' for Walker.
Oh, yeah. Simpin' for Walker. Have we talked about it on the podcast yet?
You mentioned how it was a thing last episode for sure.
I mean, it's going strong, bro. 3 episodes.
Damn.
3 episodes of Simpin' for Walker. Talking about the CW
I haven't listened
Walker
to a one of them. Yeah.
I mean, I recommend it.
Been behind.
I definitely recommend. Well, this is quirky. We recorded 3 episodes. I'm only seeing 2 episodes uploaded. Uh-oh, Jay, what's up with that shit? That's a little.
Public call
out,
bro.
About that one right there. Well, I have to send a message to Mr. Kushwa after this.
Yeah.
But that's been fun. That's been fun to do. I'm watching some Supernatural with Jay as well. Almost we're in season 5, so the show's about to hit its peak and then go downhill for 10 seasons.
Love to see it.
Cool. And I will go ahead and respond to one of your messages earlier on Discord so I can get your live reaction to a Photoshop image.
Oh. Is this another Aden bowling or something? Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah. What'd you think, bro?
The head job's really nice. Whoever put this head together
It
really
took,
spent some time.
You can ask Jay. It took about 30 minutes.
Basically, for the viewers at home, it's me in a bowling shirt, but like bald, basically. So with the Wii Sports bowling background.
Yeah. I like that touch.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Cool. I do like bowling. It's fun. I've gone several times. I'm horrible at it.
That's fair.
I enjoy doing it.
Jay had asked me if I like bowling like 2 nights ago, and I was like, that's fine. Like, I've been a couple times. He was like, you know who I think would really be into bowling? Aden Matthews. And I was like I can kind of
get competitive with it. You know, I don't come to lose. Right?
Yeah.
You know, but that's me with most things.
For sure. Cool. I think that's
That's everything.
Like, I can't.
Nothing I can think of. So I think you're right.
Yeah. How was your week, bro?
Well, I'm glad you asked for the second time. You know, it really feels more appropriate to answer on that one.
Yeah.
Past couple of weeks have been good. A lot of new things. If last week I didn't have much to say, this week I at least have something to say. To start with, I put out a fucking 55-minute video.
You did. You sure
called
did.
Ranking 30 Genesis Games in 1 hour. You may be thinking to yourself, Aiden, why this video almost an hour long? And it wasn't supposed to be. But like most things I do, once I start working on something, spend too much time on it, and it grows and it grows and it grows, that's the video you end up getting. It was the 30 for 30 finale. I basically ranked all 30 Genesis games and interweaved a plot into there and stuff. And yeah, people seem to like it. It's at 30 views right now, which is very nice.
Oh yeah, 1 view for every game.
For every game on 30 for 30.
You'll love to see it. Yeah, it was a great video. I've seen it twice. So, 56 minutes times 2. That's pretty cool. But yeah, it's really good. There's some really funny shit in there. Me along with a couple of other friends end up being guests in it, and that was really fun to be a part of.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a great video. Definitely go check it out.
I wanted to go big with the finale, Last 30 for 30. Season 1.
Yeah. And then you quit YouTube after it, right?
Yeah, and then I kind of take a back seat. That was my 60th video that's like public too. So, pretty nice stopping point. They're all in a line, put together, shit like that. So, yeah, basically, after getting that monster of a video out, I mentioned, hey, I'm going to be taking a break for most of February because working on that video was exhausting. Because basically, while working on it, I would get up at like 6 p.m., work on it till like 2 or 3, go to bed, repeat the process, film some stuff, add some stuff. 3 or 4 days of that and nothing else. Got like really tedious. And I'm happy with how it came out. And it was worth the result, but it was a thing where it's like, I'm gonna take a little bit of time. I'm gonna take a little bit of time from this, kind of breathe, and start learning some new things, including DaVinci Resolve. I'm finally making the switch over there. Haven't edited anything yet.
So it's cool.
Haven't edited anything yet for sure, but trying out some presets, messing with timelines, adding preferences. I did a test render, which is basically the same as how I had it, a little nicer quality, a little, fresher looking. So I'm hoping over the month of February, I can go from casually learning it to I edit and render my first Blue Couch Productions video with it. That's the goal I'm trying to reach. Once I get to that point, I'll delete Vegas. But until then, I'm keeping Vegas on here just in case I mess something up or whatever. So I'm trying to find gradual steps where it's like, okay, the first thing I should probably do before a Blue Couch Productions video is preferences and stuff. Then probably like a Let's Play video would probably be a next gradual step, and some Aiden on Anchor stuff, and gradually kind of stepping into it and learning it along the way. But it's been really fun.
Cool. Yeah,
fun as fuck.
I'm excited to see you hopefully like upgrade your editing chops a little bit just by having a better software that you can use. Because
With
I know,
actual features like a render
yeah,
queue and
yeah,
actual color grading and keyframing that's not involving like cropping altogether, like where you have to go to a separate fucking menu to. Oh, I love
yeah.
Vegas, everybody. It's great.
It's like I've talked about it before, but like editing is like two skills in one. Like you have to know the creative aspect. You have to have something in your head of what you want things to look like. And then you have to like figure out how to do that using the software that you have. And
Mm-hmm.
it's like I would be lost with Adobe Premiere at this point. Like I just would. And I get so much more like done quickly with Adobe Premiere than if I was using another software. So I'm glad to see you like upgrade and have a software that isn't 10 years outdated.
It's still a learning curve for sure because I'm
Yeah,
used to everything Vegas did, some backwards, some,
for
normal
sure, for
stuff that I
sure.
just prefer. But I've always I had started following Da Vinci channel before I
Mm,
started to switch Patrick Sterling. Uh, and so when I was making it, I'm like, cool. Now I know which videos I go to once I start learning it, and I've had those up all day, being like, "Oh, that's how you do that? Cool." I've been watching a bunch of other tutorial videos, and it's been interesting picking up on little things and how other people's workflow is and shit. Everybody does it differently.
yeah,
Everybody does it
yeah.
differently. You would think it's all one simple process, but every time I'm like, all right, so first you want to edit your audio first, and then I'm like, well, I don't do that. Like I don't edit audio immediately. Like I'm usually looking for like bits or video and audio first or something. But do what you
Yeah.
want.
It's about like the full editing process. I think for anybody is like figuring out the software first, figuring out how to do all the basic shit first, and then figure out what your process is, and then slowly refining that process until like it's something that you're feeling more comfortable with, and then
Mm-hmm.
you're spending more time on the creative stuff and less time on the technical stuff in the long run. That's the idea.
So for the first couple of videos, it'll probably be slower for me on DaVinci than it would be Vegas, even with all the improvements. As I kind of figure that shit out, should hopefully be a lot faster.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And
For
it'll
sure.
improve once I finally get that graphics card, which is still not in fucking stock.
Mm.
I've resorted to tracking websites where
Oh
to like
boy.
email you once they go in.
You're like Parker with the PS5.
You would think I would need a PS5, and I'm like, no, I just fucking want something better than my shitty Radeon card from
Yeah,
6 years ago. That's
I
all I
get it.
want.
I get it.
But I knew what I wanted, and because of that, I can't get anything else. So
Mm-hmm.
here we are. But that's that. Learning that, figuring that out, been very fun as always. And then pretty much everything else has just been LHG related. Getting out the final episodes of Stardew, the finale, I think. Let's see. Yeah, so if today, Sunday, it should be out either today or the day before this comes out. So
Cool.
we'll see. So check that out. And then kind of recording and adding new stuff. Me and Zach doing some behind the scenes LHG things as well. Nothing set in stone yet, but interesting
Mm,
stuff there.
I agree.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty much been my week on YouTube. One giant
Cool.
video and then relaxing and learning things.
Hey, that time in between videos is sometimes the best, and to get better at what you're doing, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So I get it. I did forget to mention one thing that I did recently. So I did a Twitch stream where I attempted to name all of the Pokemon, all 800
Oh
and
yeah.
something, with Sporkle. So that happened. That was pretty fun. Had more people come in than I thought would come in. I thought I'd have like maybe two people and that would be it. But no, there was a solid number of people that stayed the whole time, which was really fun. And then I also finally got that along with my last few streams moved over as VODs to the YouTube Zack Snyder Plays channel. I got new thumbnails and everything on there. So that looks pretty happy with how that looks. I feel like it's pretty epic.
It was a good stream. It was impressive
Yeah.
that you got all of them right too, which is
All
shocking.
800 plus. All of them.
Yeah. You looked at the picture and you're like, I know that one. Typed it in immediately and moved on.
Didn't waste a single minute, single second.
Nope. Record time, even. You might want to go to Speedrun and speedrun.net.
Yeah.
Send in some times.
Definitely.
How good you were at it.
This man got the cap today. It's wild. I mean, I appreciate it and all, but let's be honest.
Speaking of cap, these fucking comments. Welcome to the part of the show where we read your lovely comments that you have sent in. And I believe we only have 2.
Yeah.
From the same episode? Or
Yeah.
different episode?
Same episode.
They're both from the same human being, but with 2 different accounts. We got Calfro
2 different accounts.
and Maxman, as always. He also posted a video. Do you see the new Calfro?
He did. What'd you think about it?
It was a thing where I was, in bed in the middle of a JO sesh kind of night. And I'm like, oh, new Calfro video. Hold on. And I stopped what I was doing to watch the new video as well. It was interesting. Very, very weird, very wacky. The type of Calfro shit I've come to expect over the years.
Yeah, I woke up and saw it was on my thing, so I watched it fresh fresh waking up, and I mean, I loved it. I felt like the music and everything, the visuals all worked really well together. It's
puts you in a
vibe.
vibe.
Yeah, it's definitely not your traditional video. It's almost like a music video, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was epic. A lot of really cool editing moments, a lot of nice shots. I really liked it.
So that's the man we're referring to when we read these comments. You pick one and I'll do the other. You can pick whichever one you want.
Cool. So he tells me, he says, I'm down to edit, my man. I mentioned that I might be looking for some people to help me with some editing stuff in the community. So Max will definitely be one of the people I go to when I have the cash flow available to pay some people. So that'll be cool. Thanks, man.
That man, what? He on iMovie? He edit with iMovie?
Something like that, yeah.
Which is impressive given how much shit he's able to accomplish.
I agree. It'll be interesting figuring out what kind of workflow I would have to do with him specifically. But we could figure that out. It'll still be a little bit before I get people to help me fully. I know I still want to get you as a virtual assistant, and I'm just waiting on some paychecks to come in so that I can actually pay people and not just promise something and not have it available at that time.
Hey, Mr. Carey and I are already looking for editing quotes over here, so
yeah,
I want to see what's going on over there for you. Gets someone buys him out and has him as his full-time editor. So.
You're right.
Limited amount of time on that one.
Yeah, he had asked me for a quote about his editing, and I was like, I definitely see some potential. You have the creative chops, but I need to see more videos. You need to put out more videos. And he was like, thanks, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, sure thing, man. And he was like, do you have anything more specific you may be able to say? I'm like, what you need exactly? He says, talk about me as a YouTuber, the content I make. So I say, and I quote, he can use this in his essay, your Skyrim content is the best there is on the internet. He says, LMAO, and that was at 9:14 p.m. Nah, Mike Worky ass hadn't responded because I genuinely don't know what else to say.
Yeah, he's DM'd me 3 times, and I don't know what to say yet either.
Yeah. Love Parker
I don't know I don't know what would be good in an essay. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. I don't he wants to quote us in an essay. And I'm like, I'm not a quotable figure. I don't know.
Right.
But
it was cool being in an article, but I don't know. I didn't say anything in that. So.
Oh yeah, I did get put in that skip the degree, save the tuition book that I was talking about a few episodes ago. They finally released the featured experts section, and I have officially put on there as a featured expert. There's like a full article and shit about it, which is really cool.
It's very cool. Very neat.
The book comes out today, actually, as of recording, and I think I'm supposed to like get a copy in the mail or something, which is crazy. So I'll talk more about that when I get it. It'll be cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
The other Calfro comment, getting back on track. We got the man, myth, the legend writing, quote, "Tell Aden to quit being mad at me." I don't know what this is about. This must be some vague, like, request. I can't think of what this might be referring to here. So
I don't know.
Oh well.
He sent me a message asking if you were mad at him. I'm like, I don't think he is.
If you had to guess, Zachary, if I was quote unquote mad at Mr. Calfro.
Well, he had also told me about the Smash Bros videos.
Yeah.
And he had said, I told Aden about him, and he didn't respond. And I was like, oh yeah, that's Aden. Sometimes he just don't be responding. And,
I don't mean I don't like you. I don't respond to Parker half the time. I got 3 DMs right now that I haven't responded to from Carrie Night.
Yeah.
Just how it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I don't be holding. I mean, I do be holding grudges.
I was gonna say, I remember asking you that question if you held grudges, and
yeah,
we had an entire discussion about it. So
video.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not. I'm not mad. You know that. Man came onto Zach's live stream in the middle just to ask about it. I'm like, you needy. Because I just thought it was funny. I just throwing shit out there.
You like the beef?
I do. I enjoy the stakes. Come back to the next episode, figure out how the drama unfolds. Type
for sure.
Vibe. But thank you for the comments, Calfred.
Yeah,
as
thanks,
always,
bro. Appreciate it. If any of you want to also leave comments, feel free to. Another YouTube podcast on YouTube. Check out all the different podcast platforms in the description or the show notes. We got our email, anotherytpodcast@gmail.com. Feel free to hit us up there. Topics, questions, comments, anything of the sort, as my friend Carrie and I likes to say.
Lovely.
But yeah, I think we're good. Nice little short boy. Got it done.
Episode 69 is already over, Zachary.
69. What are we gonna do? I think it's. I mean, I know we got another one in the vault ready to go out next week, but I think we gotta quit while we're ahead.
Just end it off here. Like we peaked. We peaked at episode 69 of the show.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, I've been Zach.
And I've been Aden.
And thank you for listening to this episode of Another YouTube Podcast.
Bye-bye.
Peace. So, Honeypot 2, right?
Yeah.
It, the final boss in quotation marks, space hookers.
I like that. I like that a lot.